Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am still testing my equipment. I am still testing software. I am still testing what I'm going to talk about. I am still testing how many people will watch my YouTube channel. Basically, I am so new. I have had this channel for years, but I have not been doing anything with it. So I've just decided that I need to do something with it, and that's where we are. And I had promised myself that I was not going to talk about my very, very personal issues, not issues, but my personal life. I thought that I could put my personal life out, but I know that somebody could learn from my personal life. I know for sure that I encourage a lot of people with what I've gone through, and I have healed. So I am never going to mention what ex that I'm talking about because I've had many exes. So, but if I do mention abuse, I'm not going to specify who it was from, so that because the healing is there, and I would like also people to move on with their life. Sometimes we talk about our own experiences, but our experiences involves other people. I have healed. I'm at peace with my exes. We are okay. We talk, so we don't have a problem no more. But some of the stories that I talk about them so that I can inspire other people. One of the things I'm going to talk about is healing. Let me tell you, healing took me a long time, but I finally healed. How do I know I healed? How do I know I healed? Because for a long time, I used to talk about my experiences and cry. I used to talk about my domestic abuse and cry. And I used to put all the blame on my partner. Like I didn't feel like I played a role, not a role in abusing, but I played a role in letting it happen to me sometimes. So I think that acceptance has also made me see myself that in some instances I was so young to understand what was going on, or I was so inexperienced to understand what was happening to me. So healing, let me tell you, when you've gone through abuse, healing takes years, especially the emotional abuse. Those ones take years, you know, and sometimes even you numb them so much that you don't even think about them. You don't even think that you abused, but it manifests in different ways. It manifests in how you treat others. It manifests in how you love somebody else. It manifests in how you treat your children. It manifests on how you treat other people. It manifests in how you treat yourself. So sometimes it's not so visible. The way if you were abused, it's not visible to you. You're not even sometimes conscious of what happened. You just believe you're okay, you know but when you start when your anger still starts coming out, your pain still coming out, it seeps through, it seeps through the walls and manifests itself in different ways. For me, I knew I was hurt, and I believed that I had healed. I also believed that I didn't have any problem. you know I didn't feel it, until I realized that I had, because of the way I had learned to deal with abuse, which was some of it was put it inside and say that I'm okay. A lot of abused people, they when you ask them if they're okay, they say they're okay. They're okay because they're used to saying they're okay. They're okay because they say they're okay because it's their defense mechanism. They have to hide the pain from the children, so they don't really show the pain. So they're used to hiding what they're going through, that it becomes a normal way of life. It becomes a normal way. And sometimes, like me, the way I used to hide what I went through is I numbed even my past life, because it looks like my past, like I had family in Kenya. I couldn't go back to Kenya, so it was easier for me to pretend that I will never go to Kenya. So I had to numb the fact that I will go back to Kenya. So in order for me to know that I'm not going to see my mom again, I learned to just not think about Kenya. And sometimes I closed that pathway. Like, if you ask me really details of my friends, who are my friends when I was young, I've shut those off. I really don't remember who my friends were in high school. So there's a part of my brain that really went and numbed everything, that I now have to try to work it out. Those are some things that I think it's trauma. It's trauma. I went through this. I went through a lot of counseling when I'd just come from abuse, and at that time, I really didn't think I needed it. I was forced to do counseling in order to get services. In order to get help with my rent when I just trying to start up, I had to go through counseling, and that counseling kind of helped me. Because a lot of people don't like the idea of counseling. For them, counseling is for people who, if you come from Africa, sometimes counseling means you are crazy, and that's a stigma that's put on mental health. Like they don't they if somebody says and mostly the abusers will make you feel like, why would you go see a shrink? They call it a shrink. So so my advice to anybody who has gone through domestic abuse or any kind of trauma is to go for counseling. So the counseling helped me a lot. Now I can say that it did, but before I was just like, I go there and talk about my problems. A counselor will help you, because a counselor will just let you talk. And sometimes that's all you need. You just need someone to talk to. There's a saying that says, if you have a good friend who will not go and release everything, why you need a counselor? A good friend is as good as a counselor. Let me tell you how that helped me. When I got remarried, before we got married, we dated for a little while, me and my husband. My husband is a very good listener. So when we first met, all he would do is listen. And when I first met him, I was still stuck in talking about my ex. And if you've married to a woman who has been through abuse, the first month, even a year, if you let them, which I'm surprised they let me talk about my exes. I talked about what they did to me, and he would just listen and listen. I don't know how patient this guy was. He would just listen. I'm telling you, he would just listen. And I think that's why we ended up being together, and I don't even remember when I stopped talking about them, because he never told me to stop. But I think I started healing, because I talked and talked and talked and talked. Every night was, he did this one did this to me, this one did this one treated me this way, this one treated me this. I think eventually I had nothing to talk about. Maybe that is why. That is how I healed. I didn't even realize I had healed. Until recently is when I realized that I don't even talk about my exes. I don't even bring it up. I don't ever talk about it. I don't even think to talk about. If you're still really, 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 really talking about your exes, you haven't really healed. Honestly, you haven't healed. For me, I think I realized that I had healed when I stopped talking about my exes, when I stopped talking about the trauma, the things they had done for me, to me, and also when I realized I'd healed is that I no longer feel pain, even when I meet them. They don't trigger me. Like, I can meet my ex or talk to my ex, and I'm not scared. I don't feel like he's going to hurt me. Even if he threatens me or talks to me badly, it doesn't affect me in a way that it used to hurt me, like the fear, the scare. No, I don't. I don't fear no more. So that's when you really know that you are healed. My advice for a man who is listening right now, if you have a woman who has been through abuse, just let them talk about it. It's not like they will go back. They don't even intend. They talk about those exes not because they want to go back. They're talking about those exes because they are they just want to let it they've been through so much. They've been through so much. If you can go for counseling, go for counseling. I won't advise you to talk to people because sometimes friendships end and then the next thing your secrets are all out there. And that has happened to a lot of people, even me, you know. So I hope you can subscribe if you like to hear more stories, if you want to be encouraged, if you want to be to laugh, because I'll try and this is my second video and I'm using StreamYard, so I hope this is a better video because the first one was a little bit using YouTube. I'm testing how it works. I'm also testing my mic. I'm testing how good it works. I'm testing the camera. I'm not so comfortable because I don't have filters, but I guess we don't need filters when we're doing, stuff. I know I need to put a little bit more lotion because I look ashy on my videos, so I need to try that. Ah, well, subscribe. And please, 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 I will be reading some stories, domestic violence stories. My email is on there. So please let me know what you would like me to talk about. What you would like me to talk about. And I also have the National Domestic Hotline. Make sure you call if you need help. You know, that number, when you call, and I'll talk about, I think I have videos on there where I talk about the shelters. If you need help, you can always call the 1-800-799-SAFE. You know, they will direct you to a number around your city so you can get help. Okay, and also send me any stories. I will not read out your name loud. Send me stories about abuse. I am trying to build to come here so we can advise you. I can also, since I don't have answers to everything, I can come here and do a live, and you guys can help me, can help get an answer and help somebody else. I will be reading live stories, not mentioning names, of people who have going through abuse, and then we can answer and we can help together. So please subscribe, and thank you for watching Adipa. My name is Alili, and I am excited for this new. I've been working on this all week. I haven't even been doing my jewelry. I do jewelry, but I've not been working on this because I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to go live. So thank you. Adipa, speak up, speak up. Silence kills. It eats your heart if it doesn't kill you. Okay, thank you. And